That's a nasty push down. Yes, it's holding here. All right, let's see if the market will hold this. Yes, came right into that yesterday orb low. Not bad. Oh, look at that. My stream is up and working now. I don't even know. I took a second for it to actually pop up. Oh, wow. The market is pushing quite nicely to the upside now. Held yesterday's orb low. Can you believe that? Holy moly. Well, the market is definitely holding. NQ is pushing. Oh, I was actually trying to see if I could get a position on that, but you can just move fairly quick for me. I was trying to catch a long off of this right here, off that 192 support level. Pretty volatile morning, though. Pretty volatile morning. Back to boredom box. Yeah, back to the boredom box. I hope not. Do not want a rangy day. Came back at NQ is at 228 right now. Can we get over it and get back into the power day orb? Little neutrality across the indices. There goes gold finally catching its bid. Where's my GLD? There we go. I want to get the heart pumping today. I think you will, my friend. I think you will. Let's see if we can get over this. on ES at 777. Otherwise, we'll reject you and we'll get back into the low. Just that push. Is that rejection? Looks like the buying volume is starting to dry up. Yes, rejecting 6,774. Google is ripping right now into the opening session, carrying the market. Check out NQ. Wow, what a move on NQ. Looks like chips might be recovering maybe today. Might be chips' day. All right, what is the market gonna do here at 25,259? We're above the EMAs now, above the 200. We're gonna keep coasting up to the upside. Huh. Well, let's set up today's orb for today's session. Looks like it's very similar to yesterday's orb, especially here on ES. Let's see, make sure I'm on the right candle. So the top side of that orb for today on ES will be 6,779. Bottom side of that orb is going to be 6,763.50. So that'll be your ES. And let's check out the orb for NQ. NQ is going to have a much wider range. Shifted a little from yesterday's orb. So the top side on NQ will be 25,271. Bottom side of that orb will be the same as a 4-hour support at 25,172. And you got a couple of 4-hour supports on the downside before you get to that orb low. You've got a 4-hour support at 25,243. You've got another support at 25,228. You got a bullish order block at 25,207, and then you've got your next order block at 192. So let's see what we do from here. See how the orb plays out for us in the market today. There's that dip on ES. I I think we'll see some selling here into the open. Really interesting. Precious metals still selling. Yeah, it looks like gold is still selling here into the morning session as well. A little bit of a different move from the prior days. Where does that sell? All right, team, where's the next trade gonna be? I feel like I just missed that entry on that. A little slow though. Man, that wick is nasty on the 15. All those sellers trapped in that candle. Like, no, we're gonna have to revisit that low if that's the case. I doubt we're not gonna get back down to 25,172. On the 3, it looks like we're making a bull flag. You know, for me, I was looking at like going into the overnight session from like the London, and you know, we've got a downward channel that we're in right now. That's what I'm looking at right now. For what? That's 11. Shoot, that's a lot of hours already that we've been in a downward channel. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 29 hours. Check out crude oil. Crude oil looks like it wants to fly. Are we getting a bounce on crude oil? Wonder if it'll go for the prior week's high on crude. Quite possibly. I'm hearing some chatter on crude oil. Yeah. I don't know if that's people shilling crude oil because it's so low. Which very well could be the case. NQ at the orb high, trying to break past it. Let's see if it holds this. It's looking a little weak though, not gonna lie. You guys see Netflix missed earnings because of I think one of the countries affected, Brazil. I think it was Brazil. They had some issues in Brazil and affected their numbers and stuff. Okay, there goes NQ now, pushing that high, or orb high right now. Just broke past it. Looks like we're gonna get that candle to close above it, pushing 25,282. Looks like ES is lagging all this move today. Looks like it's the lagger. That's Macy's. All right, I gotta go see what Macy's is doing. I've been following some other tickers. Oh, look at that, Macy's is catching a little bit of a bid. Oh, I see you there. Consolidating right now with the market. Whoa, what a slow grind this morning. And nobody knows what they want to do today, looks like. slow. This is slow. Yeah, I don't see a lot of confidence here in the market right now. Thank you, doing. NQ rejected that orb high. Looks like it's pulling back in. Maybe it'll get back into that channel. It looked like it was going to break out of it. I mean, it did look like it was going to break out of that downward channel. Bitcoin breaking. Actually, Bitcoin kind of catching a bid here. No, we break out of this downward channel, we might actually do something. There's not much to stop us up for upside. Okay, and keep starting to make that move back up. Nice, nice. Can we keep this? Can we hold the line? That's gonna be the real question. Can we get that push? Well, the bears are getting a hold of this to push it further down. Are they not going to let up and let us have this? Give us upside? Start pushing the market down. Let's take a look at the heat map again. Let's take a look. Very neutral, a little bit of red. Still, I think I see more green on the chart. Well, we could see Amazon wake up or something. ES is trying, but today obviously seems that ES is not the leader of the pack. Looks like NQ is the one really making the stand, drawing the line in the sand, and showing us which way the market is going. Let's get back over here. Let's go take a look at the Dow. Let's see what the Dow is doing. Looks like ES caught a bid. Dow, same for the Dow. It does look like the bears want to sell it, but RTY, you can kind of see that happening. But we know that, the Russell is more sensitive. It's an emotional thing. A little bit of a rejection on gold, but it looks like gold might be set up to make a bull flag right here. See how that works. Bitcoin's struggling. Bitcoin's struggling. Kind of rejecting. Do not like that. Choppy morning, team. Choppy morning. I'll say that. Hasn't been very, yeah, you can see it right there. You can kind of see how we've been just barcoding. Look at that. It just doesn't even want to show you the cards. It does look like we want to sell though, to me. What's up, Nacho? Good morning. How you doing, my friend? Oh man, what a tough morning. Oh, that consolidation is tough. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of it plays. All right, team. We're 8 minutes past the top of the hour. About 38 minutes into the New York cash session. What's everybody looking at? Who's long? Who's short? Anybody already in a trade right now? I'm thinking about it. I kind of want to go long on NQ right here. It's holding right above the 200. I kind of like this. I mean, I could put a close stop at that 247 right there. Let's try that. I'm a little further back. 47. It'll be a slow grind though. Who's gonna give up first, the Bulls or the Bears though? That's my question. One of these guys is gonna give up first, but who is it? Wow, that was a short-lived trade. That was pretty quick. Came for that stop. I thought that bull flag, that little mini bull flag might hold, but my entry just terrible. I should have went off I should go off of the 243. That's where I should have went long if I want to try it. Morning, Nacho. Morning, Cindy. Ted. Patience right now. MG's not in any trades. Got stopped on NQ fake out here. Shorted YN at the open. Got 60 points flat right now. 15-minute on NQ says Bears are getting bullied. Yeah, they're trying. They're trying to do it. They're gonna bring us back into that downward channel. Just scalp that rejection. Nice. Was hoping for a drop this morning for a nice setup for a long and on the ES today. No, I mean, we might have gotten it because if you went for that 25 192, that would have been a nice spot, bounce spot. Don't know if that was on my NQ levels. Let me take let's take a look. Oh, that's gross. Yeah, now we're at that 220 mark. Man, it's just gonna sell now. Maybe we'll push that or below again. Yeah, it's pretty gross. And don't forget, YouTube viewers, if you guys haven't already signed up today, we've got launch plans on sale for $49 and $59. We've also got some great promos going on. We've got our Halloween special going on. Let me get to the right. Let's see the Halloween contest. There we go. We got the Fright to Fund It challenge. Over $1,000 up for grabs. We've also got our meme contest. So don't forget to check those out on our socials. Arlie Wyckoff, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Looks like we're making another M even. Getting cell signals on this thing now. Well, so much for that. Me not leaving a runner kills me daily. I feel you on that. So I always emphasize that, you know, if you can, leave a runner. Whew. That was a nice push down. Definitely on the wrong side of that. 15 minutes into the top of the hour. That was a decent little sell. The market gonna do? We're gonna hold this. We're gonna push back up. What is really selling this? The green we had is starting to subside. Looks like a little bit more red coming into the chart. It's like that for us all, bro. It's like that for us all. Wow. Bulls stepping in? Whoa, okay. Okay, there comes some bulls. Decent little bounce on NQ and ES. Manipulation. I'll take that manipulation. That might be the orb high, maybe. It actually looks a little above it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Go check out gold and see what gold is doing. Looks like it's trying. Did you guys hear about the Samsung Google VR glasses? Yeah, they seem cool. They're half the price of the Apple Vision and supposedly better. No, sounds fun. Hey, at least they're half the price of the of the Apple ones. I don't hear anybody even using those things. Yeah, I've got an Oculus also. I love it. I think it's pretty cool. I haven't used it in a long time. I actually do miss playing games in it and stuff. The games are just so cool. Hopefully we can download Trading View on them. That would be pretty cool, right? Execute trade with your eyes. That'd be cool, right? You know, moving your stop with like your arms and stuff, like, you know, like it's a dumbbell or something or a barbell. You're like, I've been on the charts all day, literally. I don't know about that. All right, a fluent Dow trade. Nice. Trade that rejection. Right on. Yeah. We're not doing anything useful here on NQ. I mean, it does look like it wants to sell though. Oh man. Not much of a try for the high side here on the market though. Gave that up and pushing down since. Ugh. Right back into that downward channel. Wow. Sheesh. Let's see if we hold this 4-hour support. We had that nice bounce and a decent little gap. About 6 minutes from the London close, team. Wow. And Q put a nasty low now, 25,193. Looks like it's going to push a smidge lower too. Sheesh. 6 minutes to London Power Hour, not close. Sorry. Well, I mean, it's the close of London. It starts to close. You're right, though. I'm gonna do tit for tat with you. Tomato. That's what it is, bro. Tomato. Man, I got a little bit of a headache. I haven't even had my rocket fuel this morning. I'm a little sad. Yes, broke below the previous week high. Oh man, there it goes. Wow. Did you get stopped on those trades yet, General? Dump the Ponzi. Yeah, no kidding, bro. Stopped out. What is that? Yeah. I'm pretty close to getting stopped out. Got like 5 points on them. Then that's it. Should be closed. Up 2 points. And are they gonna stop me out here? Closed out 660 points. Nice. Congrats, bro. Look at this dump on the market, man. Whoa. Had my legit sim trading for 1 to 2 days, down $9, but I'll take it. That's the cost of learning. Yep, it's like that. Woo! Broke below that orb low now. ES is at the previous month high right now. So that's where ES is sitting right now. Got it, Alpha. You have a great day. Thanks for hanging with us today. Damn. Man. We got a 4-hour support on NQ at 107.25. NASDAQ is coming up to, we're about 20 points above it. Up. No, not that far anymore. Hmm. Wow. Have you ever looked at the 30 period CCI as a trend indicator? I am starting to like it. Still need to do market analysis, but it helps me stay on the right side of things most days. Short when below zero, long when above zero. No, I've never. I don't use the CCI. Dang. Okay. Dang. Yeah, no, I'm not real familiar with that, with the CCI. Never heard of CCI either, or I don't think I have. I don't know what that is. Let's see. CCI. Cynical trends over bond conditions and potential reversal scenarios. $38 fib maybe. I'd like us to get to the orb low on ES at 6,763. Nice. See if NQ bounces off this. Off that 4-hour support at 106. Shh, no bounce yet. Getting close. We're in that time frame though. Man. See if this thing picks up. Come on, NQ. Little. You can see that there's a fight between the sellers and the buyers here on the heat chart. Looks fairly mixed between red and green. The chips is still just toiletiness. Gold's still selling. Yes, it's struggling. Straight into the hole where zero is. Do not bounce. I need a little bit of a bounce, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I need a little bit of a bounce. I'm in some zero DTEs. I've been DCing into them like I shouldn't be. It feels like it wants to flush. Yeah, gold not really bouncing. Here's an example from YM at market open yesterday. CCI said to go long as, and you got 400 points. That's cool. Yeah, usually, I used to use a lot of different things, but since I came over here to Blue Sky, I really just try to stick to support and resistance and then EMAs, because, I'm trying to help folks here to use tools that they can access on any platform. So that's the only difficulty about like getting into certain indicators like that you find something like that's great, but then it's like, I've got a lot of traders that, are on YouTube and in Discord, and everybody's using a different platform. So that's where like sometimes, yeah. And I'm not discrediting what you've got there. It looks great. And that's the reason why if you look at my charts, I don't use that stuff. I would love to use some of those, but then I don't want to put people in a position to where they have to change what they're doing to do what I'm doing, because that's just not the way this works. It's like Enki's got a bear flag on it. I don't know. Damn. Broke below that downward channel. It kind of threw me for a loop. I wasn't expecting us to do that. 10 minutes into London Power Hour now, team. Huh. Wow. I think you had that 4-hour support, 25,108. Man. Oh, it looks like we're just gonna have a downward trending day all day. Not like bulls or anywhere to be found. Unless they're gonna push it down to 25,000. Wow. 25K at the 38 fib. Maybe. That's how much selling orders you got there. I need a bounce. I see a little bit. I just need to get to like 25,130. That might allow me to get out of these contracts. Like, as long as toast. Pretty rad now. Oh, look at that. Congrats, bro. That's pretty amazing right there. Missed my short entry, doing my other job. Dang, that thing gets in the way. Yeah, it always is like that, bro. It's always like that. Tell me about it, man. You couldn't imagine how much money I lost when I first started working here. I lost a lot of money when I, like, my first like week or two here with you guys. I must have lost maybe like 8,000 or 9,000 that first week. Like, just out the go, boom. Like that third day or something that I was in having like some issues with the platform. That day I lost like 6 G's. Like, messing around with my platform, like cash money. I wish it was fake money, man. I so wish it was fake money. Oh man, why do you think that first like week or two I was like I was a little distraught because I lost the majority of my port that I've been building up. But you know, the hoops of OBS and I normally didn't have a professional, environment to be trading in. So it's just one of those things, it's just, what can you do, man? What can you do? Just life. There's some bad luck for me, I guess. Yeah, that's what makes the morning session kind of tough, is that I'm live trading too, so like sometimes it gets difficult to, and it's like I got my real money, and and that's how I pay my bills. So and I desperately need to be able to make money. Losing is not necessarily an option. I got to. I have a decent bounce on NQ that I don't know if the bull will hold it though. Some decent buying volume. The selling volume is actually not too big. Yeah. Yeah, tell me about it, man. It was rough. It was rough. Stay safe, man. I wish I could lock out my account. I'm stuck in these XSP calls. I'm stuck in some 676s. I'm not even stuck in them. I'm just being dumb at this point holding them. I should have cut them. I gave up like a lot of money I shouldn't have, just being dumb. And Q at the weekly open caught that bid at 25.50. I mean, we're still 70 points from 2,500 even. Wow. Oh man. Do I use any momentum indicators? No, I don't use any momentum. I probably got to get with the Blue Sky staff and figure out what is approved. I don't necessarily have anything like that, because I've already had people message management about my indicators, claiming that some of my indicators were theirs. So I had to submit all the indicators I use on my chart to prove that I don't use paid indicators, nor am I using other people's indicators, even if, I would even mention that it is their indicator. I'm not taking credit for them. But yeah, so I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't really want to use anything else like that, because I don't want to, get into like, I just don't want to get in trouble for it, And there's always people looking to sue and take advantage of someone that, is just working, There's always someone like that, I don't need no problems. But usually my 4-hour supports on my EMAs do me right. It's just managing risk. That's all it is. All the indicators are all based on the same math, same formulas and charts, basically. That's why regardless of what anybody says, we all almost always have the same level. So we might be off by a few points, but very close to it. What do you think about MACD? I usually like to trail when it's fully open on the MACD. I like the MACD. It's just like RSI. Like, I feel that some traders, use RSI incorrectly. Like when people say, oh, well, the market is overbought, so you start selling into it. It's not necessarily the case. More often than not, you'll see that when the RSI is overbought, it'll continue to be pumping. It's kind of like reverse. So just be careful on that. You might want to observe that. Time frame matters. Absolutely. Sheesh. I got real estate, man. Yep. And the tech might be bouncing now. Chips are really gross. There goes gold continuing to sell. Oh, yes, finally catching a little bit of that bounce. None of that crossover stuff. I feel you. That's why I don't use those. We're on the one, we're touching the 26 on ES. Got that 4-hour resistance ahead on ES at 6,754. Take a look at NQ, see what it's doing. Not bad. Nice. I like to trail a winner when I see it fully open. It's been working on the trailing the EMA on a runner. I'm bad at cutting my winners way too short. Yeah, I feel you on that. Wow. All of that volume just to stuff it down. And we're over that 4-hour support at 107. Can we make the orb low on NQ though? Be 172. I never hear a lot of guys using the MACD. That's why I asked. You know, it seems like I know a lot of guys use support and resistance. You know, those time frames are pretty important. Then outside of that, it's a lot of different stuff. You know, you got guys that use fair value gaps and, you know, order blocks. Some guys use fibs. I think level to level trading is the way to go, though. You know, and I think most of your successful traders, they would probably agree to that, you know, because they're just trading the levels, you know, because for you to hold that you can get those big swing trades, you don't always get those. So you gotta be, you know, studying those level to level. I learned that cutting winners short is never a bad thing. Though I rather close in the grain. It always feels like that though, you know? Until you can just put it out of your mind and not let it get to you psychologically. That's the hard part. How do you manage the mental Olympics, you know, should I get out? Should I stay in? And all that stuff. Sheesh. Okay, we get a little bid here on NASDAQ. Let's go. Waking up a little here, it seems. Blue Sky Live, just saying. See if we can get it. Yeah, as long as holding. Gross. That's crazy. Google ripping. Google unveiled quantum computing breakthrough. Holy moly. What kind of breakthrough that they have? I mean, what is it that they did? I'm interested to see.
Good morning, Riz. Good morning, everyone.
Hey, good morning, Becky. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you. How's your morning so far?
So far, all right. Down in my cash board.
Yeah, I really danced around for a while this morning after open. I traded ES and I held my trade for a very long time. Ugh. But it worked out. It's nice to have a little more volatility today. At least we got a little more movement on them compared to yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot more volatility.
Mm-hmm.
GM plans to launch eyes off driving, Google AI, and other new in-vehicle tech by 2028.
That's a cool announcement. That'll be great for them.
Well, they just had a quantum computing breakthrough, is what I'm hearing.
Okay. Nice. I mean, the race is on, right? To have the best AI, the fastest. Every company is fighting for it.
Well, AI and quantum computing are two different studies. They're not the same. So, but I do know that, but it does appear that they want to use the quantum computers to run the AI. And if that's the case, then we might be looking at something totally different. But I'm really interested. Okay, so Google unveils its Willow chip with Google's quantum findings released in a natural paper. It still doesn't say what that means. Imagine that they get the quantum computer to start and they open a looking glass and we find out that we're being watched.
Spook, spook.
I mean, we're in the simulation then.
Do you remember the Truman Show? The movie from, I don't know, probably the 90s?
Yeah, actually I have.
Yeah, anytime we talk about something like that, it makes me think of that movie. Being in the looking glass.
Well, they say that when we can simulate life, that's when we will realize that we are ourselves in a simulation.
Such an interesting topic.
Yeah.
Are you guys in the long? RQ. Pattern of fake outs, a nice bounce. Hey. Gold. I need to just bite the bullet and start trading gold a little bit, I think. I don't know why I haven't like dove in more. Hey, day traders get to trade the patterns that they see, I think. A couple of my very closest friends made a lot of money shorting gold yesterday. But again, day traders, they don't have any long-term positions, and they're catching the move as it's happening and then getting out when that target is achieved. And nice work, RQ. Yeah, she fell out of that on the push up pre-market. And Matt did say yesterday he's looking for lower prices for stability for potential adding to a long position on gold. So that is in support of the short direction. I'm such a day trader. I don't have I have retirement accounts, but I don't have I'm not an active investor in many ways yet. So day trading is my main jam. So I'm like, shorts, long. Yeah, I mean, I want to buy the dip too, but we'll see where she goes. Yes, and NQ certainly found buyers when they broke through yesterday's low and then pushed a little lower and found support for the moment. I don't know if anyone cares, but I got in on my short on ES this morning, and it took so long to actually play out because I saw the early momentum, the first 5 minute momentum was down and then it retraced, and then it didn't push higher than that first 5 minute candle. So then I got in for my short, but holy moly, that took over an hour. Just under an hour for my entry to close, but that's a long time for me because just fall if you're gonna fall. And then finally she broke. Ooh. So that's what I did today. Ooh, 777 is the sign. I agree with that. It's a solid number. Is Tesla earnings at the end of day, right?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Tesla earnings today are end of day?
Yes, we got Tesla at the end of the
Right.
day.
Is anyone in a position? Do you ever trade positions before earnings risk?
Yeah, I lost 15,000 on Tesla, so no thank you.
Yeah, that's fair.
You learn real quick, You got a lot of
Yeah,
inexperienced traders that love to trade earnings, and the market needs them, but
Yeah.
I've already paid my admission for that one.
Yeah. Trial by fire, learned it's not it. I don't trade earnings either.
Yeah, there's nothing like
traded options, straddles, but
there's nothing like
Go
being in a position during earnings and the market being closed and watching your position just evaporate. and having to
It's
wait
more of
till
a
the
lottery.
following day. Oh man, it's yeah, it definitely more like a
Yeah.
lottery, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
For me on ES, it pushed back up to the EMA, and it has found some sellers here. We'll see if the direction wants to hold down today or not.
ES is a previous month high now.
Mm-hmm. It broke below yesterday's low of day and then retested it, and now it's sinking back down under yesterday's low of day at the moment.
Thoughts on
I think that's
gold?
always interesting. Oh, look at gold up.
And we got close to that 4,000 mark. I know that there's traders that are waiting for 4,000 to go long on gold. Have a small open position on the Dow. Right on. I mean, gold is kind of holding this range. Looks like it's catching a bid. What are you thinking, MJ? What are you shooting for? Only problem I have right now is look at the 15. You're like rejecting the 90 MA. So you were over it there, and you broke under it at 2 a.m. to London, and then all of a sudden, you know, right now, I mean, it is good right now on the 1 hour because it looks like the 1 hour in about a minute and a half is going to create its first candle above the 9. So maybe you might just get that reversion here happening. Maybe you'll catch a nice bid. Let's see what gold contracts are sitting at right now. At the money calls on gold or dollar.
Strong engulfing on the 15 if it closes here in 2 minutes like this for gold.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it took out the stops. Like there was that consolidation period pre-market, and the last push down did take those stops out, and it found the bottom at 40.24, and then this is a nice strong bounce.
Gold retraced back 50%. Yep. Just this position 100. All right. "15 minutes from the end of New York, London Power Hour." Missed the lows.
I would be careful on the long on YM with all the action sliding down under the EMAs. She did have a little bounce there, but I don't know. I don't trust the longs yet.
Still holding that 4-hour support on the ES.
Yeah.
Close up for a small loss. Want to see a solid push up. Makes two of us, brother.
On the YM. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still in my long position. I don't want to say anything about it, but still in it.
Which
Interesting
are you in?
though. I got in 676s like early on. I DCA'd into them, so my entry is fairly low, so I don't need a big move to get out of them. So
nice. I mean, I gave it engulfing on the 15 in sport, so let's see.
correct. Yeah, we do have that engulfing. Probably just gonna be one of those. It's gonna just be a slow grind.
Yeah.
We'll see. You want to see a solid push up. This is about that pivot mark, right, Affluent? Usually when I expect the market to kind of start pivoting. So let's see if it holds true. Chips are still pretty red today.
I think this is a tricky one because it's like the morning direction was a slide down, but then it did encounter a buyer support on the larger time frame. And on the 15, it held with an engulfing. And now this retracement makes sense too, because any engulfing, not any, but a lot of engulfings will have a retracement for people to join the move. So it could be, you know, that support holds, or it could be the direction holds for a little longer for the lows. But it was a good amount of movement already to the downside into a support level.
Yeah, the other thing I have is that when we hit about 11 at the top of the next hour, we will have been selling for 12 hours. So we would have had like a 12-hour downward trend. So I usually, you know, I also look at that to see how long we've been selling for, because at some point the market will get exhausted of that one channel and it'll start to move in another. So
yeah, so that's like the time factored into the auction, and that's a great point. Plus, approaching the 9 a.m. is New York lunch, and London is done, and so there could be a break that could also contribute to the break of momentum.
yeah, unless the retail wants to push it further down.
Yeah.
I'd prefer us to be in a, you know, making a directional upward move going into New York lunch, because if we're going down, I don't know if retail will pivot it then.
Right, during that time.
Yeah.
That's 40 minutes here, see what she does.
I know General. I know General.
Trying to buy America, right?
Oh, I know you ain't got no time for that. I know you don't want that. Sheesh.
It's just sliding.
Wow, look at that sell. And they're toileting the market. Wow.
Yeah, it retested all the EMAs and it gave that doji there. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I know. I
it's
was.
that dynamic resistance. I could see both sides, to be honest, but for me, it wasn't enough to change direction yet. But
Yeah.
we'll see. Mhm. That's the thing with trading, man. It's like, I don't know. Like she gives false signals and all the time.
Yeah. I just didn't need to lose. I just didn't need to lose a few $100s today. You know, I really didn't. I got bills to pay on Friday, and I really don't have another way to kind of make up that money. So I kind of need this to work out.
Let's see, where is she going?
Wow.
It's like gold also had that push up and then is potentially not pushing higher. Dang, these bears are not messing around today. They're fighting.
Man, bears are weak. They wish they had the guts to do what bulls had.
Yeah.
This isn't
I mean, the
even a
bulls are
real
absolutely the
sell.
stronger force.
I've seen the bulls, the bears do better sells than this. They just don't have it
Yeah.
anymore. The bears haven't had the cojones in like months to where they could really, you know, sell the market. It's a shame, you know.
Yeah.
They look like, you know, they talk a lot of schmack, but they don't do a whole lot.
Well, the history of stock market, bulls are the boss.
I like that. Amazon selling. And they go gold further selling as well. Take a look at silver. See if silver's catching a bid. Nope. Crude oil. Oh wow, crude oil gave it up. Looked like crude oil was actually gonna do something this morning. Really interesting though. You know, looks like the money is all in the bonds market today.
Do you think that there is a potential of it selling down in order to be bought up, like with this earnings, you know, like manipulation essentially, like push down in order to get a better price for the push, right?
You know, the problem is that we haven't seen a V-shaped recovery in like a few weeks.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we've had a big V-shaped recovery on the market, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. They've been more bouncy.
More still signals in the market.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's broke a new low on all of them. Well, on the ESNQ and YM. Not yet on gold.
I mean, if that's the case, then ES is going to hit 6,706. That's my target right there. Now this. I'm out of this BS trade.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, waste of my money. Get me out of this baloney. At least I'll not let it go to zero. I'll take my measly $2 per con. What a con job on the market.
For that gap fill for the low from the other day, it would be 67.17. Let's see if we get to that. If we break the low of Monday, that is.
Oh, we're gonna break it.
Momentum definitely is in that direction. And then I feel like if we break that low, then the gap fill is quite reasonable.
It's my down today. $220 down. What can I buy to make this baloney up? All right, team, we're 2 minutes past the London close. Still grinding down to the downside on the market.
ES did poke just below the low of Monday, and then there were buyers there. So now we can see if that support from this week is holding or not. A bounce here makes sense because, all the buyers that started that session, are going to want to defend here. So we'll see if this bounce can be the bounce that holds the bottom of the day and that support will hold, or if it's just going to be a bounce for the gap fill below.
Let's see.
Thank you to everyone that came to my psychology chat yesterday. That was starting to get a little more comfortable in that role. Felt a little bit more natural. Different on live, and like talking to yourself where there's like people there, but no one's talking back. It's a different vibe, this whole live streaming business. I feel like there's not a lot of jobs like it, talking about something just to the world and to yourself, but to people. Different world. I'm doing on Tuesdays at market close, kind of in similar vibe time schedule as Matt's on Thursdays. So right at market close, we switch over to the other channel, and then I'll just do every Tuesday at market close. I'm just gonna bring a different psychology topic and kind of talk about lessons I've learned and ways that I, different techniques and stuff to have solid a psychology as we can have. So I did not have it clearly organized yesterday who was going to record and what the plan was with recording and cross-posting that. So yesterday's was not recorded, but they will be from now on. So next Tuesday will be. Sorry about that. They'll be live on Tuesdays at market close. Like there's so much to learn, and then the AWS outage, like this week kind of threw off a little bit of my onboarding, and then like I said, you use OBS. I use Riverside for recording, and so I need to just get on OBS because I think that's going to be the most compatible with Discord. I gotta play with it.
I mean, you can use whatever. You don't have to necessarily use OBS. I just use OBS because I stream across a lot of platforms, so I get a lot of flexibility.
Yeah.
It's
I
free.
use Riverside because, I gotta just figure that out. Free is lovely. I mean, and if it works for this purpose and this smooth integration, like that's probably what I'll do, because Riverside is a paid program, but it's specifically designed for podcasting, and so it has like a studio that you have to enter, and I don't think that would work for Discord. And then it just gives you different capabilities for editing after the fact, but that's not necessarily the need for this. So I'm getting situated, but I'm gonna mess with it a lot this, and then
I actually had paid for Streamlabs. Streamlabs is supposedly a better platform for streaming. The only problem I had with it is that I had a bunch of problems being able to stream to multiple platforms for different people. I stream for 2 different channels. I stream for Blue Sky, and then I stream in the evening for a friend of mine's channel. He runs some gambling streams. So, and then I also stream on my own personal channel. So I've got 3 different sets, and when I was using Streamlabs, I would actually have to log out of Streamlabs and use it as a free tool, and then I could manually put in where I wanted to stream to. It was a nightmare. It was, and I was always having problems with it and stuff. And I was like, why am I paying for this? And I'm having so many issues with it. I'm a tech guy. I've been a tech
Yeah.
guy for 25, 30 years. And I was like, I can't even figure out my technical issues. So I moved over to OBS, and OBS is just it is awesome. Since it's
Smooth, right?
Yeah, it's so smooth, and then there's also a huge community that are constantly developing and contributing to it, which is what Streamlabs lacks. So basically, you only have all the people that are having issues, and no one really contributing to fix it and make it better. So, you know, yeah, I gave up on that. I moved over to OBS and definitely like it. You should check it out. You might
Yeah.
like it for there are some editing tools on it and stuff, but it's not a full blown editor, but for like streaming and things like that, definitely. Like if you and I wanted to do like my screen share that's on, we could actually use
Hmm.
OBS and I could put my photo on there and you, or both of us could have our webcams on there, and you wouldn't even have to be on my OBS. You could just get a
Ah,
plug-in on yours, and then I give you the URL, and you'll show up in my feed, and we both could be both on there.
perfect. Yeah. That means a lot of needs because there's the whole thing of like streaming. I obviously have a camera in my office, but this chart is the main thing to be able to all look at together on this, but we also could have our faces if we wanted at some point. More community vibes.
Definitely.
I'm like down for whatever. Like I don't,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
down for whatever.
flexible. Yeah, I'm flexible for either. I usually just leave the full chart on since I don't want to take away from the screen having myself on there, and the chart's what's important, not
Yeah,
me.
I agree, especially when it's like during market hours, like this is what the focus is, what's happening and trade opportunities for sure.
Yeah, I think Mike had mentioned that he wanted us to go on cams down the road. So I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he told me too. And I'm like, I get it. Especially the psychology conversations, I feel like are on they're for a different purpose, right? That's for, strengthening our psychology as traders and success and goal outcomes and stuff. And that's a more personal, like community conversation. And so that, I mean, with the podcast too, I'm used to like having that connection with my face. But, during market hours, less of an important thing. But I do feel like maybe, just having our pictures up there, you can see who you're talking to. But I'm down for whatever. I'm new around here. Tell me what to do.
You want to see Coach's face at Power Hour when nothing happens? You know what? I'll. Well, wait a minute. Wait. Okay, RQ. So which coach? Which coach? I mean, there's three of us here. You got Coach Matt. You got Coach Becky. You got me. Don't tell me you want to see me. You don't want to see me here, man. You don't want to see me here all
It
just
might,
cooking in my contracts, man.
they would probably like to see the comparison of the different responses because it's like who's bored, who's hunting, who's, sipping their coffee and side eyeing it.
Hey, Scrub. No, I didn't because you didn't take the trade for me. So shame on you. I'm gonna write you up for
Tell us
not taking
more.
that trade for me. You should have. Why didn't you log in and take that trade for me?
Right? Hook us up.
No, RQ. It's gonna be me with the most defeated luck. Now, I think I'm gonna get I'd like to get a green screen. That's actually what I do want to do. I want to get a green screen so I can have that behind me to where it's not just me like in a square. I just want just the me to be off on the side. I think that would look better.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh my gosh, RQ, that was definitely power hour yesterday. She was flat. A little drop at the end. Boy, Riz capitalized on that. Ooh.
Yeah, my evening streams I'm usually on cam.
Hmm.
Well, I'm always
Yeah,
on
I think
cam on my night streams.
I feel like Mike has plans for
expansion and adjustment and just building up blue sky.
Yeah, you've been talking about a studio. I'm probably sure it's probably almost done by now.
Sounds cool. It's gonna be in Florida near where he lives, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's always interesting in this world of trading.
I mean, we're all on the charts, but spread out all across the country.
Yeah, that would be really cool because if he wants to do something like that, I could definitely set something like that up to where like all of us can be in there. We don't have to necessarily be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, virtually. It's just so easy. I mean, this day and age to connect everyone, you know? Pull up our cameras, hang out.
They're still bouncing from that low of Monday. I'm so curious what happens here. If we're gonna bounce off that gap hard and not touch it, or if we're gonna fall into it. I could see both. Oftentimes gaps are strong, like points of support too, They could be just a wick off like it did just now, and that's that, or it can bounce, which makes sense, and then sink into it. Feels like the momentum down is slowing. That was a nice push down to tag it, but buyers are there. We'll see. Gold also looks like it might hold here.
Yeah, it might invalidate this bear flag.
Yeah.
Maybe.
15 more minutes till New York lunch. 16.
Connect me some profits.
I mean, this level, we'll see. I'm not used to trading all day. That'll be interesting to see if I adjust my approach to my trading doing these live streams. I'm very curious on what I'm going to do, to be honest with you, because like this morning I had a nice short on ES. So, um, yeah,
Yeah, I took a long on QQQ. I'm long 606. I'm up 30%. I'm just picking away at my loss now.
yeah,
So you can get like 2 more points up and then I'll cut that position. We should be good then.
nice.
Oh, it'd be nice when we get there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly really wish I got that. I got that bid right here. Got this bounce off that level. Like I was definitely eyeballing it, and it bounced so nice. It's a 20
Yeah, I
point
cut
bounce off that support.
exactly. Exactly.
Mm,
Yeah, I got filled at one C
nice.
though.
Yeah, bounce looks good at this point. I love it when our levels have a perfect kiss like this in a reaction.
Hmm.
Good feedback.
Need a bounce and not and hold, not bounce and poop.
Right, right. Support the hold.
Well, General, if it makes you feel better, I already let the kids at the pool this morning, so.
Whoa.
It did make me, yeah, yeah. Other than being late this morning, it made me late. I didn't have, I don't normally wear a watch, so I kind of lost track of what time it was. Got out and I was like, oh man, I gotta go. So I washed up real quick.
Oh, uh-oh.
Should I fill
Uh-oh.
her in on what that is?
No,
Okay,
I feel like you
so
have to.
like in one of our other trade groups, one of our good friends in there is Flab. His name is Flab, and there's a running joke that every time he goes to the potty, the market toilets. It's like clockwork. Like his bowels are in sync with the bears. Like if he's going to we hear him, he's like, oh man, I gotta go. Hi guys, I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back. You know what that means? Everybody starts getting out of their long positions, literally. Like he starts burning off, and everybody
So.
just, yeah, it's like get out, get out. And sure enough, the market will pivot. It is the weirdest thing. It is I didn't bring it up. I didn't bring it up, but yeah, I do not know. It's hilarious.
That's bizarre. But if you find a trend that works, like
Yeah.
maybe his body is just like, I can't take it's gonna break, it's gonna take a break. That's funny. All the signals
Yep.
that we could find to use in our trading system,
Yep. Pretty much.
Diversity is amazing. A little more strategy. That's amazing.
It's hilarious. I love my trade buddies.
God, me too.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. When I got into the space, I never thought that I would meet friends that would like become like. I never thought that I would meet people on the internet that would not just become friends, but kind of like family. You know. I never experienced it before, and then to find it here in this space, super cool.
Yeah. I could not agree more. Like probably some of my best friends are trading friends that I've only known for a few years. But I think when you're in the trenches and you experience those emotional highs and lows, only traders get it. And so when you lean into people that you've met online, those conversations are powerful. Like they hold more weight when there's more substance behind it and you're like pouring out an experience that really matters to you and they get it. That's such a powerful
Hmm.
opportunity to for a deep relationship. Yeah, I'm the same. I actually have in November. I'm flying to San Francisco and hanging out with 4 or 5 of my closest trading people for the weekend because it's like that's just it, right? You develop strong bonds, and then they're important people, so it's fun.
Yeah. When are you heading to San Francisco?
November 14th to the 16th, that weekend.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, we've been doing it at least once a year, just getting together somewhere and just eat, drink, bullshit, walk around. It's really nice. Like we end up staying up super late and just talking all things life and trading, and it's nice. We're all parents in that community, and so it's like, you get a moment of break of just no responsibilities but hanging out with your people from the trenches, right? So it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, funny that you mention it. General just brought it up too. Myself and a few of my trading buddies are supposed to meet up in Memphis.
You get it. That's exactly what's happening for me.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. They've done it before. So like they actually came into Texas. So one of our other good friends, he lives in Dallas. And yeah, a couple of the guys met up with him and stuff in Dallas. I wasn't able to make it, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna make our next meet up and stuff. I'm gonna go.
Nice. I really enjoy it. You just have different conversations with people who understand this world.
Hmm. Come on, don't give me that rejection. Come
She's
on,
back
just get it up
and
there. Yeah, I got my
now
stop
we
in the
see because
money.
that was a strong, good job. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
It's a
eight
sick
minutes from
bounce,
the
but now our view up. Right.
right. What are we gonna do? I mean, I got buy
Yeah.
signals on yes. Now
Yeah.
we're at a
I honestly
reversal
like this
spot.
guy. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I like us being here at 6,753. If we can hold it and get the candle to close above it, we should maybe, like you said, get up to VWAP.
Mm-hmm. Bounce from at that daily level. I feel like that was a strong opportunity. So now we see how strong for today.
In general, did those contracts move at all? They increase in value whatsoever? Let me go see.
When you guys get together, do you get together on a trading day and trade together ever? Like in
We
person trading?
haven't. Yeah, we haven't done
Mhm.
that. I
Yeah, I
think
haven't
last time
either.
they got, yeah, last time, no, they did not. They were just hanging out, drinking,
Yeah.
just having a good time, you know?
Yeah. Same.
I don't know. I don't know, but if I'm in it
Would
with
be
my
yeah.
friends, my trade friends, I don't know if I'd want to trade right away. Not like right
Yeah.
away. Maybe a day into it or so. I think initially I just want to just, you know, vibe and
Catch
say what's
up.
up. Yeah, get,
Yeah.
hey, we're here. Let's eat. Let's get a dinner. Let's, have a beer. Let's talk.
Yeah. Same.
I think I'm so cooked, from doing this so long that, I got over that anxiety that you want to trade. You're like, I'm gonna miss this trade. I'm gonna miss this move. Or I'm positive a bunch of people have had this sensation that you go to the door to go get something because Amazon's there. You come back and the market moved, and you're like, why does that always happen? The minute I move, the market always moves. The minute I step away, and I don't have that anymore, and I'm so glad I don't.
Yeah. It's a form of FOMO that it's like if the move finally happens and I don't catch it, then I'm not going to get a good move, and it that isn't. I definitely experienced that, but it's diminishing for me too now. Like this buy, literally, I was like, oh god, this bounce, and whatever. It's not. I want to focus on these live streams for a while till I get my swimming feet under me with comfort level with it, and so I'm gonna try not to trade, but then I'm like, oh god, I should be in. We'll see. We'll see how it evolves for me. Texas barbecue sounds like you're gonna have a great time, Riz.
Don't tempt me with some meat sweats.
Gonna need a snack break.
You know what? I'm all about that protein.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I love
important.
steak. I am very carnivorous. Yeah, don't take me to a Brazilian steakhouse because I'll tear it up.
It's your jam. Yeah, I'm the
It's
exact
like
same way when I get with my trading friends. You just want to hang and enjoy good food, go to cute restaurants, like just yeah,
yeah.
hang. Hmm.
The days are so long and they're lonely as it is. Trading's a
Yeah,
lonely career.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, the last thing I want to do is meet up with my trading buddies and then go into that, and we're all in a group together trading then.
Yeah. Every time we get together, we talk about should we? I'm like, no, nope, nope. We should go straight to the restaurant and then see where it goes. We don't have to be so lonely because we have amazing communities. But the heart of it is you're in your office alone. I've definitely had lonely moments.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. My wife and kid, they normally don't come into my office. They're like, oh, they'll look at my screens and they'll see like if my live is on, then they'll see, oh, he's streaming. So they usually stay out of here. I
Yeah.
tell them, I'm like, pop in whenever you want. I'm in here by myself all the time. I've got I've
Aw.
got two Herman Miller office chairs on the side, like nice sitting chairs. And I got some nice office furniture here in my little office and stuff for them to sit. But yeah, they normally won't pop in. They're like, nah, dad, we don't want to be in there with you because you're in it.
Aw, that's sweet. My kids, when I'm recording a podcast, I'm like, I have to arrange childcare or I have to get them real situated and I lock the door. I want to focus, try and get this in one take, especially if I have a guest. Like I've had, I think I'm had guests from 12 different countries now,
Oh,
and the
wow.
connection issues are tricky. It's been cool. But if you're like when you're on live with someone from South Africa, it's the opposite side of the globe from me. And so oftentimes one of us will cut out and you just have to hold the stream and then they get log out and they log back in. So it can take an hour and a half to get a 40-minute episode. And so
Really?
definitely try to minimize distractions. Oh yeah, it's the farther the distance and the variability of their internet. It can be really tricky to capture all the data, and then they have to stay. The browser for Riverside has to stay up for a few hours to fully pull the information from their cloud, and it's just the distance of the connection. It's been something to figure out for me. It's not bad like London. The ones that are just close are not so bad. But Australia and Africa has been tricky. It just took time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've got a
good things
buddy of
can
mine
sort
that
out.
lives in South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's,
I met some cool people. There's a lot of Forex trading. Well, I've met a lot of Forex traders from Africa and Nigeria and 9
yeah,
a.m., right? Noon.
that's right. New York lunch team. That's
Hey.
it. What will the Bulls do? Will the Bulls take
Do you see this
lunch?
rejection right now? Do you see this? Like we
Yes.
tagged
They just
the rhythm of like this slow grind down. We tagged it and what are you doing? Now's where the Bears have a chance.
come on, bounce it.
You can try for a minute. We'll see if they got anything. It did close below that 67.50, which is a bearish sign for me, but all right, I actually have to pop off, but I'm coming back in just 2 hours. I'll be back in 2 hours and close out the day with you guys. So just have a mid-morning thing on Wednesdays I gotta do.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we'll see you in 2 hours then. Have a good afternoon. I will be here
Oh yeah,
holding the
thank you for
fort
having me.
down. No worries. No worries.
Killing it. All right, I'll see you guys soon.
I'll see ya.
Bye.
Oh, come on, bounce it. No, no. Come on, bounce it. Ugh, just got stopped out on that position. Man, that was. Hit the .5 line on game marks and died. Yeah. Dad just stopped me out. Just came and touched my stop, and as usual, did it to me again. I think I'm done. I don't think. Yeah, I'm not gonna take any more options trades till the end of the day. I'm just gonna wait for an end of day trade. Yeah, I made nothing off those cons. I mean, at least I made something, but still down from that morning trade. That's dumb. I think we're gonna sell into lunch. Put stop there at the EMAs. Let's see if we can get down to 03. Ew. Well, if it makes you feel better, General, I'm down more than you. Dang. I should have held on those cons. Ew. That's a pretty volatile move there, General. I didn't expect it to drop like that with their earnings and guidance being so good. That's a do-it-yourself indicator, so you can adjust it yourself. But if you like, see, I do share my chart. So you know what? I don't have a link to that. But if you'd like a link to the chart that I'm using here, help yourself. All of those indicators are free. All you do is open it up, and at the upper right of the screen, there will be a button that says make a copy. And just make a copy, and you can save that for yourself. And you'll actually have my levels, everything. It's ugly because right now options chain is all leaning towards the sell side. Contracts on the sell side are all juiced right now. Like 3 times more expensive. It's like if I want to buy a call option on ES or SPX or whatever you'd like to relate it to, it's gonna cost me $40 for that, or 40 cents, right? But for me to get a put that's one out the money, it's gonna cost me $156 or $1.56. So you can see the drastic difference that if you wanna participate and if you want to be short the market, it's gonna cost you 3 times more to short this. It's crazy. Wow, that's crazy. I'll be right back. NQ is holding that weekly open. It's at 25,066. Does look more like a selling day though. Don't see how the Bulls are gonna take this though. They need to wake up though. Six. Get my entry. Look at the heat map. 10 minutes from the bottom of the hour. A lot more red kicking in across the board now. Mm. Man, how did I get stopped out on that short? The short would have been awesome. In the past, I have. I don't really use it for other than just to know the way the trend is, kind of like an RSI. So that's really what I use it for, is just to give me what the overall trend is. Oh, come on. So slow for New York lunch. Sorry, team. You guys want a more exciting day, but That's trading for you. Mm. All right, we're about 2 minutes from the bottom of the hour. Market is just making a slow grind down. Broke that Monday midpoint. Looks like we're probably gonna reach that 6,721. Just just a slow, just bleed on this thing.